I'm Tisha.
I'm Loren.
And this is the Open Booked podcast. Today we are talking about Enchantra by Kaylee Smith, the second in what we have now found out is at least a trilogy, maybe more.
Yeah.
But first, what are you reading and what did you read this week?
I've read Enchantra this week. I know I always show everyone the paper books, but I can assure you that I did not read the paper book. That is a trophy. I don't have time. So, my reading gets done while I'm folding laundry, driving, or working. Laundry is my greatest book time. And I have been listening to... I finished a paper book this week. Oh my gosh! Squirrel.
Which one?
Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. I started it only like 6 weeks ago. Love on the Brain, Allie Hazelwood.
Oh.
The STEM Queen.
I love that one.
Yeah, no, this one was really good. I got it book of the month, September 2022. I just got around to reading it. So, yeah, I finished that one and then started on our book for next week. So, yeah, what about you?
Pretty much same. Enchantra, I started That Devil Ambition because I found out it does check my Dark Academia box.
Oh, one you got at
on Goodreads. Yes.
Okay.
And it is on Everand. So as much as I wanted to cancel it, I ended up upgrading and it's actually gotten better. So
should I switch?
No regrets.
I'm so grandfathered in. I'm so grandfathered in.
Yeah. Yeah. We get 3 credits for like $17 a month. So I take one and then I let Keaton have the other 2. So I think of it as kind of an investment for both of us. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And then I got started on next week's book.
Okay. I do have something to talk about for a book haul. Yeah, I sent you the Snapchat, right? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last week I talked about this book right here, Alchemized, being all over TikTok. I went and got it. There was not very many left. And then I got on TikTok and found her first book, Manacled, which is Draco Hermione fanfic, and how I got suckered into buying it. Well, it got delivered. And let me just say, I thought it was one of my book subscription boxes that I ordered multiple in because the box was giant. I say giant. You'll see in just a second. And I was like, wait, what is this? And Jesse asked me what it was. I said, I don't know. I really don't. He's like, you order that many books? I said, I don't know. So, we'll open it together. And then this beautiful monstrosity came out. Okay, this, not too suspicious, right? Wham!
Oh my gosh.
1,100 pages. And let me just show you how tiny the font is. I think this is bigger than my Bible. Okay.
Yeah. That's a lot.
So, I'm starting this next week.
It looks pretty though.
It's beautiful.
Are those like
and it's thick.
Metal on the edges?
Yes. And they're gold.
I love that.
And then on the back here it has like the Harry Potter. So she can't make money off of this because it's fan fiction. So it's like self-bound and stuff. But people who have read this says it like changes their life. Like, I'm not kidding. It's been all over my TikTok. It's an alternative universe. I'm assuming it's across all the books of Harry Potter because of how big it is. But where Harry dies and Draco and Hermione end up together. But they don't change any names or any, like, the world building. All that's the same. So, yeah, there's pictures. It's okay, just for comparison, guys, this is the book we're covering this week. You just have to fully understand.
Jesus. That's insane.
Yeah. So.
But it's so sad that she can't make money off of it because, like you said, I've seen so many reviews where it's like, this book is just fucking amazing.
Yeah. And see, I don't know if she's tried or if it's just like a general rule because I don't
Mhm.
know. J.K. Rowling, like, I don't, maybe she could come out with some sort of deal where they like split it or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't heard anything about that other than she can't make money off of it. You can actually go to her website and download it free on your Kindle. I just saw the book and wanted it as a trophy, but I'm gonna try to read
Mhm.
this book actually. I've set it in. I want to finish it by the end of the year. So if I don't hit my reading goal, this is why.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, you can get it for free too if you want it on Kindle.
I might do that.
Yeah, it's
I really need to read the Harry Potter books before I do that, though,
yeah, you
because
do.
I've only watched the movies.
They're so different. Yeah, they're so different.
Yeah.
Okay. It seems we were talking about this before we started recording that we've started getting a lot of new listeners. So, welcome. We're
Thank
glad
you.
to have you. Thank you.
Yes.
We're glad you're
Yes.
here. Let's be friends. But we're going to kind of take it back to some things we've talked about maybe a couple of times over the year and a half stint that we have been recording this podcast, which is crazy.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, for sure. One of the first questions I get asked outside of the podcast world, just with random people that I know or work with that know that I am an avid reader, is about how I listen to audiobooks or get books, or how we track what we've read. Because I'll be mid conversation and people will be like, "Have you read this book?" And I'm like, "Hang on, boop, boop, boop. I gotta look it up." It's sad, but
Yeah.
when you read over 100 books a year, it happens. And then you see the picture and you see your review and it clicks, you remember. So first, I'll say the book reading apps I use, and then I'll let Tisha, we talked about Everand a little bit already, talk about hers as well. But number one, probably my most used reading app is classic Audible. You get 1 credit a month. I have an old plan from like 4 years ago where I pay like $15 a month and I get a credit. There's thousands of included in the library. They're not any of the popular books, so don't get your hopes up. But so, a lot of classics like Jane Austen's, Ernest Hemingway, Scott Fitzgerald. A lot of those, if you want to get started back in, or you have a goal to do a classic a month or something, I've heard a lot of people doing that. I've read all of those. They are all included in Audible, and some of them are the dramatized versions with the pianos and the clicks of the floorboards, which you either love that or you hate it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's worth a try. Also, a note on Audible is they run a lot of sales. So, for example, the book that we are covering this week and the book we covered last week went on sale for $5. Audiobooks are expensive, and a lot of times more expensive than paper books. So we monitor sales and we'll text each other. I have gotten very popular book talk books for $1 and up to $5. And then sometimes if it's $10 and my credit cost me $15, I'm just gonna buy it for $10. Just because girl math, that I made $5 right there. So
yeah.
Audible, watch for sales. They genuinely do them all the time. Probably like every week there's something new. Well, I'll spend a few bucks and get several books. Second, probably most used is Everand. Used to be called Scribed. It was $11.99. I think it might be up to $13 now. There's multiple plans. I am grandfathered into a $13, whatever's included is included. Tisha has the new plan, which she was just talking about earlier, where you get so many a month, similar to Audible's formats. I'll let you talk about the library ones. I think you use those a lot more than I do. Next, I'll let you talk about those. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Kindle Unlimited. Okay, even if you don't have a Kindle, you can download the Kindle Unlimited app on your phone, iPad, Samsung tablet, whatever you have. You can download that app, and this is a recent development, a lot of Kindle books that have audio for free. So, you can read it. And when I say Kindle Unlimited is probably the best bang for your buck, I mean it, because it's $14, $15 a month. And the amount of books that are included in there for free is insane. Insane. Yeah. Like, I pay for books that I could read for free in Kindle because I'm stupid, but I don't have time to read on my Kindle. So, anyways, Kindle Unlimited, definitely a good bet. I think that's it.
Spotify
Those are
Premium.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Spotify Premium. It includes, and it used to be 10 hours, now it's 15. 15 hours of free audiobook time a month. For my reading speed, that's 2 books a month. And they have very popular books. Like our book for next week, I am listening to on Spotify. So,
nice.
Yeah, that's the big one. I might use that just as much as Everand, really. Because it goes by hours listening, not how long the book is. So, if I listen on 2 speed, that's 2 books. And if it's a short one, maybe 3, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you use?
Same. I use Audible, and I was just looking through the sales right now, and there are like really good ones. The Iron Flame dramatized adaptation book, like the part 1, is on sale over 60% off. Home is Where the Bodies Are, From Blood and Ash, Frida McFadden, Ward D, Verity. Like they have really good sales, like she said. But the like free, always available library, which comes and goes, specific books, I discovered a few authors there that I had never heard of, had never seen any of their work, and like actually started following them and liking a lot more of their work, like K.L. Slater. And who was the other one? Listened to like 5 of her books for free.
T.L. Smith? I thought I saw that on your Goodreads.
K.A. Tucker is one. And Tracy Wolf, Wendy Walker. Like, they're not, the ones I had listened to aren't available right now, but like I said, they come and go. So there's lots of stuff if you want to like actually scroll through and just find a good thriller or self-help or just romance. There's a lot of options on Audible. I use Everand, like I said, a couple titles a month. We get 3 on our plan. It's $16.99. So it's really not bad. And it gives you 3 unlocks a month. And then you get to keep those as long as you are an active member of Everand. Once you cancel, they're gone forever. So if it's a book I know I will probably want to listen to again, I'll get it on Audible, because even when you cancel your membership over there, they're in your library forever. And like you own them. It's just like purchasing a book. I use Libby a ton. That's really beneficial for mood reading, because that's where I can like add a bunch of stuff that I want to potentially listen to or read in the next 5-6 months. And as it becomes available, or they've changed holds now, so if you're not ready for it, they'll send it to the next person. And whenever you're ready for it, as soon as that person is done with it, you're the next up. So you stay at the top of the list, but you can pick it up whenever you want, really. So it's really nice. And get like 10 holds per library card. I have 2. I have one from Oklahoma and one from Bentonville. I need to get one from Rogers too, but just haven't made it over there. And then Kindle. I think that's really the only other one that I use. Same thing. Most of them I will like download it, and I do it to kind of be mean to Amazon, but I will tab through all of the pages because they have to pay per page.
They do.
So they're losing money. So it's kind of a rebellious way to stick it to the man. And most of them I get the audio free too. So like double win.
Yeah. No, that's funny. I was telling you before we recorded that a girl I have done a lot of markets with wrote a book, and it's on Kindle Unlimited. And I asked her, I said, okay, do you get paid for me to read it on Kindle Unlimited? Because I don't, if you have a paper version, like I would rather buy the paper version if you don't get paid, like just to make sure. And she said, no, we get paid per page, which is interesting. She didn't know exactly how much, but I thought, okay, that's good
I'm
to
sure
know.
It's like half a penny.
Yeah. But still good to know that they are getting, because I've worried about like Kindle Unlimited seems like a really good deal for the consumer. So who's
Yeah.
losing here? Is it the author? Because, like I said, so many really good popular books are there, and most indie authors are on there too. So good to know that they get paid by the page.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to talk about tracking apps that we use?
Yeah.
I use Goodreads, which is definitely the most popular one. I just recently started using Storygraph as well, and I'm doing double because Storygraph has really cute graphics that will sum up your month. So we could easily export that, post it to the page so everyone can see everything we've read that month. We'll say you can import your Goodreads history into Storygraph. It's just really messy, and it only got for my books this year. It missed about 10, and then when I went to go find them, I was like going one by one of 70 something books, and it just wasn't the cleanest. But starting October 1st, I'm using both, and it will be clean and pretty. But Storygraph doesn't let you like write reviews or anything, but Goodreads does. So a lot of people will use both, pretty much for Storygraph's graphics, is my understanding. What about you?
I use Goodreads, of course, like 90% of readers, both so I can keep track of what I'm reading and hit all my challenges, but also so that I can see what other people are reading and like interact with them. Like if they leave a good review, I'm like, ooh, I want to read that too. But I also use Bookmori, and I got it because it does like the calendar of all the things you read. But it's like if I pause a book or if I finish a book, I have to watch an ad, and it's really annoying. And I've been looking into Storygraph, so I might switch soon, but currently that's what I'm using.
Yeah, Storygraph has a lot of graphics, and it also will do like what you usually read, what percentage of books you read were thrillers versus romance versus your average pay. It just has like some, for an analytical person, it's cool. Like your reading stats per se, but the graphics are really cute. I'm just really anxious. This is the stupidest thing ever to be anxious about, that my 2025 wrap up is not going to be accurate. So whenever I have time, I'll probably go back through and double check all of my books to make sure, just so that it is, which sounds so petty and stupid, but it do be like that.
Yeah. What is that app that you use to track the books that you've purchased?
Oh, good call out. Yes, it's called Libib. Libib.
Okay.
It's free. I actually bought a scanner because I was like, I'm gonna be so cool with this shit, and bought a little, like your shopping at Walmart scanner, and got it on my computer, and you can just beep, beep, beep. So what I did was created multiple libraries where one is to be read own and then read own. So when I am out and about shopping, I don't accidentally buy the same book. This is first world problems, but I've done it, I think, 3 times. So I'm like, ooh, this book looks really cute and good. At least my taste is consistent. So, yes, and it's free and it's really user friendly. And there is an app on the phone, so you don't have to do it on the computer, but you can do both ways if you want. I just wanted to do the scan thing, so that's why I did it on the computer. But Storygraph has a way to make a shelf of books that you own as well, without affecting if you've read or not read, is what it looked like. I need to play with it, but I just converted everything this week, or maybe last weekend after we recorded. So I'll need to double check that, and I'll circle back, but thought that's worth mentioning, so maybe I could consolidate a little bit.
Be nice.
Okay, we have a little bit of bookish yapping. For those of you who've listened to us for a while, we have kind of changed things up here. We're testing it out. Let us know what you think. Please comment, send us a message, whatever you prefer. We're trying to stick to just bookish related items. We kind of used to yap about everything under the sun our moods, our conspiracy theories, whatever. If you like that, let us know. If you don't like it, let us know that as well. We want feedback from you guys on what you prefer, but for the foreseeable future, we are sticking to bookish events, topics, hauls, the books we're covering, book to TV adaptations, things like that. So, let us know what you think. Give us feedback. We would love to hear it, good, bad, the ugly. Okay.
Yeah.
First order of business. It's not bookish, but it is. Taylor Swift, her new album just came out, which by the time this episode airs, it will be a week old. Right? Yeah, okay. Math is spitting. There is a song that is living in my head right now, rent free, called Opalite. And we're going to say, before we talk about this, mild Onyx Storm Rebecca Yarros Fourth Wing spoilers. We're going to be very quick with this. But a lot of people believe this song is very Fourth Wing, Onyx Storm, Iron Flame, all coded. Violet and Xaden coded, okay? Because the chorus says, dancing through the lightning strikes. We know what happens. There.
Yes.
Too, and then it says Onyx Night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it says something about, but now the sky is opalite. And if you look up what opalite looks like, it looks like an irid. Okay? So people, which if you know, Rebecca Yarros is the Swiftie #1. Her writing albums are all Taylor Swift. So if the readers of Book Talk are putting 2 and 2 together, it sounds like Miss Swift might be a fan of Rebecca Yarros as well. I really hope that this is true, because I think Rebecca would die, but tell us what you think.
Yeah. She says, I used to live with ghosts and all the perfect couples. When you know, and when you don't, you don't. Yeah, sleepless in the onyx night, but now the sky is opalite. Mm-hmm. You had to make your own sunshine, but now the sky is opalite. I could see it. I've been listening to it on repeat.
That song is a bop. I'm not a Swiftie hater. I'm not a Swiftie lover. I respect her empire. I'm a country girly pop. Or like a really poppy, catchy, stuck in my head. Those are my favorites. And I feel like her last couple... Yeah, like Chapel Roan, Sabrina Carpenter. They're going to be stuck in my head 24/7. Now, her last couple of albums I didn't feel like did that for me. But this one, Opalite, I can't get it out of my head. So.
That one and The Life of the Showgirl with Sabrina Carpenter are like my faves.
Yeah. It's definitely catchy. You can tell she's in a happy relationship, so good for her.
Yeah.
For sure. Another Taylor Swift thing that's bookish related. There's a lot. When I say a lot, I mean like hundreds of thousands of people liked this video, and when I clicked, it's like a whole thing, okay? I need to learn a little bit more about it. I just saw it this morning and added it to us to talk about, since we were going to talk about Opalite here. There's a lot of people who think Taylor is actually an author publishing under a pen name Willow Bowery. If you look up the books, they very closely resemble albums. Even mention certain, like, the book referenced in the video was The Death of a Showgirl. And there were lines in that book that matched her, like, announcement of this album poetry. Okay,
and it came out the same day.
Yes.
As Life of a Showgirl.
And it's been consistent. And if so, she's been doing it for a while. There are several publications. She's the Tortured Poets department. Your English teacher is marrying the coach or whatever. It's so coded. Your gym teacher. Yeah, sorry. So I could see it, and I think it's hilarious if that's true.
Oh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
The first comment, imagine it's just Joe.
It's Joe. Yeah. And he's like, yeah, that's funny. But like, there's a lot of symmetry between the albums and the books.
Yeah.
Yep.
Are there any photos of this Willow Bowery?
Are we going to sleuth like we did for Danny Francis?
Maybe.
Jesse's reading that right now,
Don't
by the way.
blame me for what you made me do. And it's got a snake on the cover.
Yep.
And then the other one is Clownery. I don't know what that one would be.
I don't either. I'm not a Swiftie enough.
But this is wild.
Yeah.
And I love this theory.
Yeah, it's fun. And it ties into exactly what we do. So, if any Super Swifties are listening, I know I have a couple of friends that are. Any Super Swifties are listening, tell us what you think. Help us understand, but we'd love to hear more.
Yes. Somebody give us the rundown.
Yeah, we need the lore.
Because I need to know.
Yes. Okay. I was going to talk through a couple of things, but we're going to just do those next week. Because we're, yapped a little long. So we're going to dive into this book. And I'm going to start by saying spoilers, which we forget to say all the time.
Yes.
Spoilers for Phantasma and Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. Okay, this is the second book, so naturally the first book's going to get spoiled in conversation, as this is a sequel, not like a secondary standalone situation.
Also,
probably lots of triggers, but really.
If we say anything when we talk about what might be coming in the third book, we're just guessing, because we've done this a few times. Because we called it on this one. If you listen to our last episode,
we nailed it.
Yeah.
So I was 5 minutes into the book and texted Tisha, I hate it when we're right. I just want to be wrong sometimes, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, we ready to dive in?
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, we ended the last episode talking about the first book, Phantasma, saying that we hoped this book was not about the little sister because we fucking hated the little sister. Spoiler alert, it's about the little sister.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this.
What did you rate this one?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I gave it 5 because I'm in a mood. Let me double check. Hang on. Let's start this. We're in a funk right now. Well, maybe we're out. Are you out of it? I don't know if I'm out of it yet.
Yeah, maybe.
Another book you read got you out of it?
A little bit.
Okay. Maybe I didn't do a 5. I gave it a 4.
Oh, I gave it a 3. I think that's the lowest I've given any book.
Yeah.
Maybe I've given a book a 2. But yeah, I could not.
It was a struggle, and I will not say anything bad against the author, because the first one was phenomenal. I just genuinely think I just don't like the little sister very much, and that kind of ruined the whole book for me. What, do you agree with that, or you have a different opinion?
Same. She was just really whiny and annoying.
Yeah. The biggest part of all that bothered me is I actually really liked the MMC. That I really did. I liked the sibling game. I actually liked the plot of this. I thought it was funny. It's hilarious. I just got back from Italy and they fucking land in Florence, where I think it's like one of my favorite cities. I was like, all right. So I thought that was ironic, but I loved the siblings, the dynamic. I thought it was hilarious. I struggled with how uncooperative she was, being a mortal in the situation she was in. And maybe that's the point. Maybe the author takes it as a win when we hate her, because I think it may have been like a character development attempt. Mm-hmm. I just never got fully developed, if that makes sense, personally.
Yeah, I really struggled with the whole forced marriage, and then finding out that she could have avoided being there. It wasn't even intended for her. Why are you opening somebody else's mail?
Yeah.
Stop. Yeah.
Like, and the wanting to know more about her mom, I get it. Like, I get it. She, obviously, the whole first book, with the older sister, which is Ophelia, which is funny because that's a song that Taylor Swift just released as well. Yeah. Was the same. She didn't know much about her mom, and the whole plot of that book was the older sister chasing the younger sister being a dumbass. And she continued this, and guess who saved her yet again? Well, the sister's boyfriend, who's a prince of the devils. So, calling in favors here. So I think the whole storyline of this book is the little sister's a fucking idiot, and everyone has to save her. And she feels helpless and pointless because she's the second youngest daughter, and blah, blah, blah. She got to live like a normal life. She had friends. She got her heart broke. The older sister didn't get any of that. This is like so Feyre, Nesta, Elaine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But story idea of the whole game, I really did enjoy that. I liked the game.
Yeah, it was kind of disturbing. That they die in the game and then they just keep getting brought back to play the game again. It's almost like Saw, over and over and over and over.
Yeah. I just thought it's a very unique storyline. Like, even the first book, that's the thing I appreciate the most, is the uniqueness and creativity here.
Yeah.
I would have never thought of any of that stuff. Like, a contemporary romance, I don't mean this any disrespect to any contemporary romance authors, because I tear them up, but the storylines usually aren't that creative. It's a man and a woman falling in love. What makes them so gut-wrenching is the word I want to say, is when they have like such good strong characters that you fall in love with, and the plot, there's going to be a fight, they're going to get back together at the end, happily ever after, an epilogue when they're married in 10 years with a kid. I love it. I eat them up. But it's not as much creativity with like a storyline and world building, because you're in this world and the storyline's going to be the same. It's just minute details. This is very unique. Very unique.
Yeah.
So props for that.
I died. Like, literally had to pause the book. I was laughing so hard when he named off all of his children.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like Rowington, Ellington,
Sevington. Gravington.
Yeah, Sevington.
Yeah. Ellington, the sister. Sevington is the seventh one.
Huntington.
Wellington, did we say him?
Wellington is one, yeah. But they don't go by their name because it's fucking obnoxious.
Yeah, they're like Wells, Grave, Ellen, Seven.
Yeah.
Rowan. Yeah. That was funny. That made me giggle.
Yeah, I thought the whole mirrors as like looking glasses was cool too, because all of the creatures and people and whatever of hell can just watch whatever they're doing in these rooms through a mirror. So of course all the kids are like covering up the mirrors because they're like, this is fucking obnoxious. We're not zoo animals. But it's part of the psychology of the game that you're always being watched. Because I think at one point they said he's everywhere. As in like the devil, the person that's like, like overseeing the game. And so he's not just watching through the mirrors, he's listening in too. And so it's like, you can't have any secrets. You can't have any private moments. And yet they are still having private moments all throughout.
Yeah. There were some, like, in the bedrooms, I think they were safe. Like, there were certain, like, off-hours rooms.
Yeah.
Which, it's such an interesting dynamic that it was, like, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. I thought that was an interesting detail because they could, like, rest and stuff. So they really wanted them, like, top performance, honestly.
Yeah.
But I think it was a good spooky season read.
Yeah. Oh, the end. Like, what did you think about that?
About the setup for a third book when we specifically picked these books because it was a duology and there was only two and we weren't going to get cliffhung again? Yeah, that one?
Yeah. Like, as soon as she died and then he made the deal, I was like, fuck, there's going to be a third one, isn't there?
There's got to be a third one about, I don't know if it's going to be about one of the the silver siblings, or
Mm.
if it is going to be about Salem versus his dad or something. But they definitely set it up.
Yeah, I think that makes the most sense for them to like go at it now because
Yeah.
yes, it was his dad running and Phantasma, but it was like his punishment. So it was his game. Whereas Enchantra was just Nox's. And then they made this arrangement where she had to remember him without like prompting or whatever once she touched the ring. And now I think like you said, it'll be the two of them like going head to head to end all of the games or do whatever they're gonna do to move forward.
Yeah, like what happened to Knox? Did I miss that? Or it's like very open? Because I feel like he's not
I
going
think
to
it's just open ended.
because he's not going to just like let it go either. So I think that might be like a side plot. Like Salem's going to have to, or maybe Knox teams up with Dad and they're both pissed. I don't know. But I felt like that was kind of open ended. And if I missed it, let me know. I don't remember
Yeah.
anything specific about his reaction other than him being pissed when they did the whole bamboozle, which I will say that was probably my favorite part of the book. That they got Grave in on it. Like that was a really good plot twist that I really didn't expect because Grave was such a fucking asshole. So
Yeah.
good job there. But that's like the last I remember about Knox. Like I don't think they gave us any closure there.
And I think that was intentional to like lead into the next one. Like, where is he? What's going to happen? How's he going to retaliate? Because they technically are still going to have the games next year, right? As far as we know.
I think they got them all out. Right, they got them all out though, right? That was the deal. Because that all the kids were in New Orleans at the end.
Yeah, they're freed forever.
Yeah. The thing that I was confused about is the mom. Because wasn't the mom and the dad at his palace? So is he like, if I miss this, let me know. If he's like holding them hostage and the siblings are having to like figure that out. I know they're trying to find the cure for the mom, but what she doesn't remember is he made it and he's the cure. So how does that play into the mom?
Yeah. This says the future of the Crimson Rot remains to be fully addressed. Genevieve knows of a cure, but not exactly how to produce it. Barrington Silver's fate remains uncertain, and the ending leaves a possibility for further conflict, especially with Salem, Knox, and any lingering magic.
Yeah. Okay.
So, like, we don't have anything. We don't have a name. We don't have a cover. We don't have any release date for book 3. So, I'm kind of scared that it could be like 2 years before we have any resolution.
This is the one that I got that doesn't have a month. Do you remember us looking for it last time? But I'm pretty sure she busted these two out really close with each other. I think Phantasma was just last year. Yeah, September 24th.
Yeah, September. And then this one came out in April of this year, I think, from when I was looking it up.
So these were very close. So maybe we'll get.
Yeah, maybe next April we'll have it.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll cover it whenever it comes out. We can get through it.
Yeah.
Who are we kidding? We get through everything. We just bitch about it.
Yeah. The whole time.
Literally. If you guys can see our text thread. Yep, that's it.
Okay. Well, that is it for this series. What is it even? What was it called again? The something games. Wicked Games series.
Yep.
By Kaylee Smith. Come back in a few months or a year or whenever she releases the next one and we'll talk about it. Until then, though, next week we are going to discuss Bryn Weaver's latest release, like just came out of like 3 weeks ago, Taurus season, which is a kind of continuation, but it's a new series of Butcher and Blackbird and the Ruinous Love trilogy. If you haven't read those, read them and then watch the episodes where we kind of discuss that. And then The Bridge, Love and Other Killers, between the two series. And then go check out our website. We recently added, and it is still a huge work in progress because I have never realized, and I don't know that anybody else realizes, how many hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of books are released each year. I have probably made it through 2 months trying to add every book, and I've really only covered a few genres. Like, this is still not covering everything. There's a lot more to it, I'm sure, but it is very time consuming. But there's a whole sheet on there that has book releases, book to movie adaptations, book to shows is mixed in there, and then books that are coming out next year. And then there's another page. I can't even think of what it is right now, but tons and tons of book information. I think it's just called All Things Book. But we also have merch. Be sure to follow us and subscribe if you haven't already, either on Spotify or YouTube. And we will talk to you guys later.
Bye.